Hi, today I will have a short presentation, and in this presentation I will be providing some general facts about Pluto, more specifically the size, distance, orbit, rotation, formation, structure, surface, atmosphere, and potential for life. Trying to answer the points listed in the research form we were given ahead of the presentation assignment. The reason why I chose to present this celestial body is because it is a well-known and discussed planet. And I wanted to do research and find out more other than the size of it, especially considering why it no longer classifies as a planet. As of today, Pluto is classified as a dwarf planet in our solar system. The discovery of Pluto took place in 1930, and it was discovered by the astronomer Clyde Tombaugh until 2006. It was registered as our solar system's ninth and outermost planet. The International Astronomical Union introduced a new definition of the requirements for classifying an object as a planet this year. And with this definition, Pluto was dismissed. Yeah, compared to Earth, Pluto is about 1/6 the width of Earth, with a radius of 715 miles. It has a volume the size of 6 billion cubic kilometers. The distance from Earth can be measured by the speed of light, measured in astronomical unit, meaning the distance from the Sun to Earth. There is a distance of 5.5 hours from the Sun required for the sunlight to reach Pluto, or said in another way, it is 3.7 billion miles away from the Sun. It has a mass of, well, you can see here on the screen, and you can also see the surface area here on the screen. Next, I have an illustration where the size of Pluto is compared to well, to other planets, as you can see here. Pluto differs in orbit and rotation. If we were to compare it to the planets, because it is both tilted and elliptical, it has 248 years long orbit with an oval shape. One day consists of 153 hours. The axis of rotation is tilted 57 degrees, and the average orbit distance is, well, you can see here on the screen, where the mean orbit velocity is 16,000 kilometers per hour, and the equatorial radius is 1,151 kilometers, and the circumference is well, yeah, you can see here on the screen, and I'll just move on. Well, the dwarf planet is also classified as a Kuiper belt object, or a Plutoid. This name includes a group of objects with an orbit in a disk-like zone beyond the orbit of Neptune. These were formed in the early history about 4.5 billion years ago. They all have in common that they are rocky and icy bodies. Pluto has 5 known moons, and the largest one, Charon, is almost half the size of the dwarf planet. The chemical composition consists of 70% rock and 30% water ice, as well as methane, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen. The internal structure is characterized by a rocky core surrounded by a mantle of water ice. It is about 2/3 the diameter of Earth's moon. The surface consists of craters, plains, valleys, and mountains as tall as 2 to 3 kilometers. Being an icy planet, the temperature can reach as much as minus 240 degrees Celsius. It has a density of well, you can see here on the screen, and you can also see the surface gravity here on the screen. Yeah. The atmosphere is described by NASA as thin and tenuous, and expanding when it comes closer to the sun, and collapsing as it moves farther away. The potential for life at Pluto is probably quite unrealistic, considering the fact that the surface is very cold, freezing sources of water. Yeah. To summarize, I have provided general facts about Pluto, answering all the points included in the research form we were given. I've learned a great deal about Pluto through this project, and I found it quite interesting and fun to work with a subject in English. Course that was, in my opinion, a little out of the ordinary. It should be mentioned that this topic has helped me expand my vocabulary by learning and using new words required when, well, yeah, we're talking about celestial bodies. Finally, here is a list of all the sources I've used in this presentation. I want to emphasize the fact that this task would be nearly impossible for me without using quite a lot of sources. This means that I found it difficult to make this text 100% authentic, considering the terminology where I do not have much of synonyms or alternative explanations to offer. All the numbers and advanced terms used were provided through the sources listed here. Thank you.